Hello there, my name is Robert from Just Sound Effects, and today I will give you a brief walkthrough through our library Water in Motion. Water in Motion is a water sound effect library created with the intention to give you tons of material to make your own water sounds and to design water foley scenes on the fly. The library is split into two main sections, the Designed Tools section and the Recording section. But before talking further, let's jump right into SoundMiner and have a quick look. Okay, as you can see, Water in Motion has 605 files with more than 3000 sounds. Every performance was recorded with a mono center mic and a matched stereo pair for stereo image. For the stereo microphone position, we chose AB and ORTF. This was completely up to the sound that we recorded. For example, bubble recordings with a closer perspective were recorded in AB, and bigger movement recordings and bigger splashes were done with ORTF. For the mono mic, we used a MKH8050 by Sennheiser and sometimes a Sunken CO100K. Again, this was completely up to the sound that we recorded. For the stereo recordings, we went with the classic setup of MKH8040s. Having a mono and a stereo file for each recording gives you maximum flexibility when you want to create your own sound effects and need to shape the stereo image. Okay, now let's finally start walking through the sounds. First, we will start with the bubble recordings. Let's have a listen. As you would probably have noticed, the bubble recordings were not done with classic water only. Next to the different water textures, we also performed the bubbles in different ways, like strong bubbles, soft bubbles, short, longer bubbles, and so on. Next, we will walk through the Everyday Water Sounds folder. This section gives you a great collection of water foley sounds. You will find water pouring into different glasses at different sizes and different speeds, showers, toilet flushes, water boiling, water spraying, and more. Let me show you some quick examples. Okay, now let's jump over to the experimental folder. For this section, we went with a kind of different, more scientific approach. We let our creativity flow and were literally experimenting with water sounds in our studio. The acoustic environment gave us the perfect conditions to record each sound with highest precision. As microphones, we also didn't use only 8040s and an 8050, but also a Sunken CO100K, hydrophones, and a contact microphone in some cases. Let me show you some examples. I hope those examples give you a brief overview of what you can expect from the experimental recording section. With that being said, let's jump over to the next section, the movement folder. Water movement sounds are one of the most used and useful sounds from water. They are great for designing water foley scenes, but also for creating new special sound effects. In the movement folder, you will find a large variety of water movement, like classic movement, pass-bys, paddling, and swirling. Let's listen to some of the sounds. Great, that was the movement folder, and now let's jump further to the nature folder. In the nature folder you will find the most commonly used water nature sounds, ranging from rivers to streams, waterfalls, raining ambiences, and waves ranging from gentle to stormy ones. Recording classic nature water sounds is not that difficult, but it can be really time consuming if you want to get a good variety of sounds. You need to travel to different places and make sure the weather conditions work. That's what makes the recording process take a lot of effort and can be quite frustrating if the conditions not work. With that being said, let's listen to some of the recordings. Now, after the nature folder, we will have a look at the splashes folder. The title of the folder speaks for itself. You will find water splashes ranging from tiny to small to medium up to large and large noisy splashes. The medium to large and noisy splashes were all recorded in a pool. We were jumping into the pool, throwing different things in it, and this way we ended up with a great variety of big splashes. The tiny and smaller ones were all done in our studio. Small water splashes and especially the tiny ones can be really quiet. Recording those sounds outside can be really frustrating because any background noise would ruin the recording. But the problems you will have when you record them in the studio is that A, the water will splash and can make the floor wet, and B, that you have to place the water inside an object like a laundry basket, and this will cause reflections coming from the object's walls. The solution we came up with was covering the floor with towels and also the walls of the laundry basket. Same with the floor of the laundry basket because you would hear the stones dropping on the floor. This method allowed us to create some really dry sounding small and tiny splashes. But now let's stop talking and listen to some of the splashes. Great! Now that we've gone through the whole recordings folder, let's jump over to the Designed Tools section. The Designed Tools section is split into 4 separate folders: Ambiences, Impacts, Hits, Splashes, Movement and Whooshes, and Short Textures. The sounds you will find in here can be described as real pre-designed sounds, but also as tools for making your own sounds. For example, the Ambiences folder has only pre-designed sounds. In the Impacts, Hits and Splashes, you will find elements for top layers for magic spell hits, but also big pre-designed splashes you can immediately use. Same goes with the Movement folder. Here you will find different designed movements and whooshes, ranging from whooshes for water spells, but also cinematic and morphing water whooshes, and pre-designed movements, like pass-bys and simple movement. With the Short Textures folder, we had the intention to bring you one step further in your production process. Let's say you want to make a magic water spell like this one. You will probably not just take one water recording and design the whole spell from it. Mostly you will start layering sounds to create an interesting texture. From this texture on, you will start to make the real sound. Having some pre-designed textures can speed up your workflow significantly. With that being said, let's listen through the folders. I hope this walkthrough gave you a brief overview of what's inside the Water in Motion library. If you want to have more detailed information, I highly recommend checking out the metadata sheet. Also, you can always download a free version of the library on our website. With that being said, thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye.